It's 7:10 a.m.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Get ready for your host with more.
Get ready for your host with more.
Mr. Brian Brown.
Mr. Brian Brown.
It's 7:10 a.m.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Que la roja pichuela y cuando le no viene ligado igualito que yuca. Ese pelo que tiene tan lindo, no venga a pensar que eso es una peluca. Tiene cotorra perico, yo tengo cotorra, tú tienes la cuca. Está claro en el ring, en el piso yo que
No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de...
Good morning. Hang on, guys. We got an issue here. Hang on. Oh, there we go. Hey, welcome one, welcome all to the 7:10 a.m. Wakey morning show. I'm your host. What the hell? I just got a random shirt in the studio. Oh man, what's been going on here? What have we been doing? We've been getting crazy at the weekend. I just got random shirts hanging around on tripods. Hey, Mr. Crispers, good to see you. Good to see you this morning. Mr. Crispers over from the Mod Squad and Back to Retro. Glad to see you over here. Hey guys, speaking of Mod Squad and Back to Retro, check out Back to Retro Flight of the Navigator movie review this morning, guys. I checked it out last night. He dropped it late last night, and one of my favorites, man, of all time. I remember seeing it in the theater as a kid, and there's a moment in that movie where, hey, good morning, Harley, how you doing? Good morning, Mod Squad. I'm stuck. You're stuck with me now. All right, we like that. All the crabs. I've been watching House of Dragons, so I'm all into the crab thing right now. All the crabs on me, guys. No, and then the Mod Squad movie show drops today, guys. And that's more of like breaking down movie news and all that. Where Back to Retro reviews Flight of the Navigator, and oh man, I remember sitting in the theater, and the Navigator had a voice, but you were like, huh. Sounds kind of familiar, but maybe not. And then all of a sudden, in the middle of the movie, you hear him go, and everybody loses their mind because it is Pee Wee Herman. That is right. Pee Wee Herman voices the Navigator in Flight of the Navigator, guys. A little lesser known detail there. And that was before the incident. Before the movie theater, getting my hair dyed. Oh, nice. Get clear dye so you can match Kevin. Oh, that's great. Yeah, so check that out, guys. Check out the movie review over on the Mod Squad. Great channels, great freaking people. I was on their Saturday show. We had a blast. We did a trivia. We did a whole bunch of stuff. Man, check it out. Great channel, guys. Oh, well, we got a little rain here locally last night. That was kind of cool. That was something that we could definitely needed. It was right after I went out and spent all day weed eating, getting that grass. My God, man. Just grass growing everywhere. Not the good kind of grass, not the green grass that makes it look nice. No, it's just horrible grass. And then lightning, man, was crazy. Like, oh, it's raining there too. Oh man, it must be the storm front coming in. We're gonna have to start doing the daily dank weather. Over here, we got a cloud that looks similar to a marijuana smoke cloud. Over here, we got ooh, purple and black. Nice. Mod Squad Harley's dyeing her hair purple and black. Awesome. Uh-oh. Ghost with the most. Oh man, hang on one second, guys. I have to get a drink. Check out those wild weekend drops over at the Healing Center, guys. 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California. Save some green on some green. You know, that what is it? I don't want to, man. It is. It's $45 ounce. That $45 ounce is pretty fire, man. That breezy. Check that out. I know they got this magical. This magical. I call it the magical pouch. It looks like Gandalf met freaking Dumbledore, and they decided to create a marijuana company, and they put it in a weird magical bag. That's what this weed looks like, guys. Really good. And I think that's like 60 and a half or 40 and a half ounce or something. Fucking Matt Workman. A lot of the clouds yesterday were from me. Sorry about that. What the heck, man? I think I got a little loose connection. I think I might have figured out where the ghost is manipulating it. All right, guys. We're gonna go over the worst game shows of all time this morning, but I was having technical difficulties. I was trying to upload from my phone, and it wouldn't let me. Kept kicking me out. Um, we're gonna have to do this a little different today. All right, and then also, guys, don't forget we got Today in History. I think it's a good one too. Sorry, guys. I swear I prepped. I swear I prepped today. All right, on this day in history, guys. Oh, let's actually throw up the graphic. I need to do back to retro, man, and the mod squad. They're pulling ahead. They got production value over there. I need to up my game. I need to get my production value ready for today in history. Do like a little song and stuff. Today in history, we learn about what happened in history because it's today in history. All right, that was your. That's my production value, guys. Today in history, we learn about today in history because it's today in history. All right, guys. Oh, is this show just me just making myself laugh? Is this where we're at now? I just sing and dance and make myself laugh. No one actually watches. Anyway, guys, birthdays today. Chick Cora, American musician, not magician, like easy for me to say in the morning. It was born in 1941. Anne Frank's Diary, guys. 1921. Funny thing, what was I watching? Was I watching? Was it Beef? It might have been Beef. Anyway, it was a show where a guy like somehow Anne Frank comes into his imagination, and she's like, "Wait, my dad sold my diary? What?" It was like millions of people are reading my diary. No, it was like teenage girl. It was actually pretty funny. But Anne Frank, German diarist, dies today, or born today. In 1924, good old George H.W. Bush, the first Bush, the dad Bush, was born. In 1915, David Rockefeller, American banker, was born into a lap of luxury, might I add. And then in 1897, Anthony Eden, Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, was born, guys. All right. And then Anne Frank died in 1945 in February, guys, or March, age 15. It's unknown, just so you guys know that out there. All right. The deadliest mass shooting in U.S. history up to that time occurred when Omar Mateen opened fire at Pulse, a LGBTQ nightclub in Orlando, killing 49 people. Damn, I remember that. That was 2016. That just seemed like it happened not too long ago, man. That was 2016. Dang. Or am I thinking of another one? Did another one just recently happen in the couple years where someone shot up a club like that? Yeah, man. Okay, in 2003, actor Gregory Peck, who often portrayed characters of honesty and integrity, and most notable Atticus Finch in To Kill a Mockingbird, died at 87. A series of major explosions began inside Mount Pinatuba, a volcano in the Philippines. Its first eruption in 600 years. That was in 91. You know, guys, with all this weather change, man, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot more volcanoes popping up. In 1987, speaking about the British Berlin Wall as he stood at the burning gate, U.S. President Ronald Reagan famously entreated the Soviet Union leader, Mr. Gorbachev, tear this wall down. Big speech there. In 1981, the American adventure film Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark, directed by Steven Spielberg and starring Harrison Ford, was released in theaters. Hey guys, did you know this? I just learned this yesterday. I was this many years when I learned this. Did you know Raiders of the Lost Ark is actually the sequel to Temple of Doom? Temple of Doom is actually the prequel to Raiders of the Lost Ark. I never knew that. I'm kind of weird that they would do that because it doesn't really matter, but yeah, that's a fun fact for you. In Loving versus Virginia, the U.S. Supreme Court unanimously struck down a state law that banned interracial marriage in 1967, guys. Holy shit. It was almost the 70s. And they were like, okay, you can marry interracially. Holy crap, man. In 1963, American civil rights activist Medgar Evers was fatally shot outside of his home in Jacksonville, Mississippi. His murder received national attention and helped galvanize the movement. In 1939, the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York, held its first induction ceremony with Babe Ruth, Ty Cobb, and Honus Wagner were the main ones, guys. And I think I'm gonna wrap it up. In 1701, the Act of Settlement, the law that continues to regulate the succession to the throne of the United Kingdom, was passed by Parliament. What do you guys think? You think that they still need a queen over there, or you think they're just blowing smoke, as we like to say? That was your today in history, guys. All right, let's get into some of these giveaways real quick, and then we'll get into the meat and potatoes of the show, guys. As my clothes are just randomly. All right, guys, I just showed this the other day. If you're watching the Mod Squad, you guys got the sneak peek. This is from our buddy Jeremy, sent this over to me. This is a George Clinton, the master of funk. Third eye. Look at that. Got his third eye going. This is JSA. Pristine, this is a pristine auction. Pristine auction, guys. I got some rosy hair on the outside of it. Ugh. But look at that. So you're going to hashtag funk. And we're going to be giving this away in July next month, guys. So make sure you're getting in on that. There was a shooting at the club in Colorado Springs. That's the one. That's the one. And then wasn't there another one like during COVID or like right after COVID or like when all that was going down? I don't know. Maybe my memory. There's a lot going on during COVID. I thought it was a Sasquatch bitch. It could be. Sasquatch got the funk. Gotta get that's probably not even a freaking George Clinton song, but gotta get that funk. Oh, we want the funk. All right. Hey, good morning. Caught me singing. We want the funk. DWO box, guys. Hashtag DWO. You're gonna get a Dank World Order shirt. You're gonna get some socks. You're gonna marijuana socks. You can never have too many weed socks. You're gonna get a Dank World Order cup full of stickers. You're gonna get an Andre the Giant action figure. And then if he's a bad boy, you get a keychain that you can paddle him with from an Animal House. And then you got from Hills Have Eyes, you have the Pluto autograph. You have a Thor artwork, guys. You got papers. You got pins. You got BAM pin sets in here. Oh, man, they're going to be collectible pretty soon. So jump in on that, guys. DWO. And then what else we got? Fallout. We got the Fallout bag, guys. Check this out. The Fallout bag for all you gamers. Loaded with stuff. I'm going to throw some Dank World Order stuff in there as well. What do we got? We got a koozie. We got earbuds. We got 2 koozies. We got these things, whatever these things are. It's just loaded with stuff. There's the Marvel hanger honors. Check that out, guys. Hashtag Fallout on that. Hey, Ed S, how you doing, buddy? Yes, that's right. Dank World Order, buddy. Dank World Order. Hey, good morning, Baker Baker. Good morning, Jeremy. How you doing? And then, guys, in July too, or maybe we'll go August, early August with that one. Megan Fox, our good friend Megan Fox, who's actually in the Expendable. That was a good place for the camera to freeze up there. Who's going to be coming up in the Expendables, guys? Actually, just saw the trailer. It looks all right. Looks like an Expendables movie. But yeah, she's in that. And so hashtag Fox. And we're going to get you a Megan Fox autograph, guys. That's 11 by 17. I got to pull I'm going back to work. Oh, man. Monday work days. Oh man, hopefully everyone's having a great Monday out there, guys. So yeah, so hashtag Megan Fox. What else we got? We got a bunch of giveaways going on here. GOG, I think Friday we'll be doing a Guardians of the Galaxy giveaway too. Man, Fridays are giveaway central. Giveaway central, man. Woo! All right, guys, we're gonna get into the worst game shows of all time. Let me see here. Make sure we got a good since I didn't get to upload. Yeah, we could just do it this way. All right. Sorry guys, talking to myself, getting all good to go. Oh, what else happened this weekend? What was going on? Oh, I did a punk rock show, man. I filmed. I played a punk rock show, guys. One man show. No, I was hired to do a gig, and I went down to the Sand Bar here in Bullhead City, Arizona, and I had a great time, man. It was a record label. My buddy John Feeney, um, American Records. I think that's what it is. I don't want to butcher the name, but great label, great bands. They had 6 bands, 2 nights. You don't have water today. Oh, is that Bullhead? Is did they pop a main with the storm? Mod Squad this Saturday live will be a huge show. Yeah, I've heard this Mod Squad show is the one to watch, guys. This weekend they got big announcements, they got big news, they got big giveaways. Oh man, you definitely want to check that one out. Yeah, so I did this punk, man. I'm not as young as I was. Woo, lugging around this big 25-pound camera, and I'm getting low. I'm doing all these different moves. Oh, my hands, my freaking arthritis is killing me, man. I'm old. I'm old. And there's something about being sober, working a bar. Whoa, breaking stuff. We're breaking stuff. There's something about being sober, working a bar event. That drunk drama, man. Whew. Seeing like women crying for no reason. They're just like, "Whoa!" And then there's this drama. Just a man. It's if you're not drunk at a bar, it's a whole different experience on a Friday and Saturday. But I had a great time. Got to see some old friends. Got to see to make some new friends. There's a band I want to start promoting a little bit on here. It's an all-female punk group. Oh man, they're good. They're so good. I want to start getting them to throw some stuff. Hey, Charlie, good morning. You still off traveling, or you make it back yet? Yeah. So there's that. I made contact with them. I want to shoot a music video with them, get them on the show. And just yeah, I think it would be great content all the way. Hey, good morning. Hey, long time no see, buddy. Bart Simpson in the house. Forgot about that. Forgot about that. Oh, glad to see you on here. How you doing? How you doing? All right, guys, let's get into this morning. Oh, we're gonna get into the worst game shows. of all time, guys. All right. Oops. There we go. All right. The 25 worst game shows of all time, guys. So the first one up is Classic Concentration. This was on from 1987 to 1991. It's a classic children's matching game, but with the show style, while Concentration began on TV in 1958. The cheesier follow up, Classic Concentration. You know what? I'm going to find something better, guys. Hang on. I don't like this list. I don't like this list. I like pictures. I like man, I had it all worked out. I swear to God, I did my show prep today, guys. I did my show prep. It just wouldn't upload for some reason on Restream. Let's see if this is better. I'll accept your cookies. I'll accept your bloody cookies if it means. All right, good. Yep. All right. We're back in business, guys. We are back in business. All right, there we go. Still in Washington, man. That's awesome. How's the weather up there? How's it going? Did you I did. I swear to God I did. I had all the clips. I was uploading them, and every time I went to upload, for some reason Restream would kick me out and reboot. And then I just got down to the wire and I couldn't do it. All right, guys, 21 games or 21 of the worst game shows of all time. First up is a game show called Tipping Point. Tipping Point has been on our screens for 7 years, and it still feels like the show is in its infancy. Yet Ben Shepherd, this might be an English show. I've never heard of it. Ben Shepherd has agreed 1,000 years from the stress of watching those large coins rush around rush around the board before ultimately delivering disappointment to their final placement. No one has ever sat through a full episode of Tipping Point without shouting multiple profanities at the TV before tuning the station over turning the station over to find solace in Wife Swap rerun. The general knowledge questions are too easy and the mechanicism is a tease. It is a weak game. So this is like a Blinko, right? Like a is that what a Plinko, whatever that game is. So you put the giant coin and it does its thing, and I guess it sucks. Family for is this all English shit? Hole in the wall. I actually remember that one. Let me see. These guys are yeah. This might all be English stuff that we don't even know. Maybe we're not back in business. No, why? No, we're not back in business. Oh man. Well, I guess it would have helped if I would have saw British. I would have saw that one. This might be the one that I picked, guys. Yeah, this is the one that I actually did my show prep on. So let's do this one. So this is a mixture of actually this isn't the one I did my show prep on, but it's similar. So let's just do this. So these are game shows, and sometimes there's reality shows that people compete. See, this is all British again. Married by America. I guess these aren't all. All right. All right, we're gonna get in. These are of all time, guys, of all country. Oh man, did my prep and I can't even use it. All right, guys. Up first is a show called Dog Eat Dog, 2002 to 2003. Didn't have a long show, long run. Based on a UK show, the American version of Dog Eat Dog aired on NBC. Is mostly remembered, if at all, for being hosted by former Baywatch star Brooke Burns. Never even heard of her. Six contestants. Well, she must have been like Baywatch Nights or something. Six contestants would spend a day training with each other, and on game day, players would vote on who they wanted to send to a challenge. Among these challengers was one called Tear Factory, where contestants either had to cry through their own sad thoughts or through being berated by teammates. Another was strip games, where games as innocent as miniature golf and hangman included the stipulation where the contestants removed an article of clothing for each mistake. What? Finally, there was a segment called He or She, where six people came out and the contestants had to guess who among the group were men and actually women. What the in what should have been a sign that maybe airing this show wasn't so good, such a good idea. The Associated Press reported the first episode contestant Darren Guka fell unconscious holding his breath during an underwater stunt. Guka claimed to have suffered brain damage and filed a suit against NBC and was later dismissed. Oh man, what a game show. What the hell? That's a crazy game show. We need to watch that. We definitely need to watch that. All right, Labor Games, guys, in 2015. The miracle of birth is one of the most sacred events in a mother's life. So why not use this special time to compete for a cash prize? Oh man, oh man. I'm sorry, ladies, but I'm gonna say it. Sometimes pregnant women can be a little grumpy. I'm just gonna say it. They're uncomfortable, and I get it, and I give you all the leeway in the world, ladies. But can you imagine a game show where you have nothing but pregnant ladies? I would not want to be a production assistant on that show. No, no, no. All right. So these are where mothers are ambushed in their delivery rooms and asked to participate in a game. If agreed, the room was transferred into a game show set with flashing lights and a giant labor game sign. On the set was unveiled. Contestants were asked questions while they were in the throes of labor. Prizes going from a stroller all the way up to a $10,000 scholarship for the newborn child. Possibly the best thing about the show was the episode titles, which included Cervex Says, "Oh no, he's ready to slide on out of there." Host Lisa Arch responded to criticism of the show on Twitter, stressing that mothers to be love the show, but apparently viewers weren't interested in going in there. Oh my God, that's crazy. So could you imagine being in labor and some fucking TV show crew shows up and they're in your face and they're like, "Hey." Oh man. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, Hole in the Wall was a pretty good one too. We're gonna get that in a minute. All right, Married by America, guys. Arranged marriages are typically frowned upon in America, but leave it to Fox to turn them into a game show. In Married by America, a group of five men and women who had never met before were paired on a based of viewer votes. So you would vote for who you wanted to see together. The contestants were separated by a wall, so they couldn't see each other, but they were allowed to talk through the wall. That's really weird. Not surprisingly, the couples were paired up in chemistry. Yeah, that's a real one, guys. Oh man, hang on one second, guys. I got a little emergency here. I got to take just a quick break. I'll be right back.
From the WWE and G.I. Joe, the real American hero. You're watching the Daily Dank. Don't touch that dial, and that's an order. Have I made myself clear? Good. Then do it, right? Do it. Do it.
Thank you for joining us. Broadcasting worldwide and brought to you by thedailydank.com.
Not over yet, guys. Not over yet. Sorry. Had to just bell out there for one quick second. Let's remove this. All right. Back to business, guys. Not surprisingly, the couples were paired up. Chemistry never materialized through them, although most of the contestants put on a brave face and kept it going for that all important TV exposure. Behind the premise, the show was plagued from the start. Entertainment Weekly reported that one of the contestants had already gotten married to someone else. Oh, dang. Fox was hit with a $1.8 million fine for a FCC from a scene involving strippers and whipped cream. The show ended up with a whimper and none of the contestants getting married, so Fox wasn't even able to deliver on the premise, given that the couples barely got along with each other and no doubt would have immediately sped off for a quick divorce. Yeah, it's like that 90-day fiance. That's like kind of a crazy deal. Would you guys do that? Here's a good question. So there's a game show called I do it here. There's a game show called Love at First Sight. And this is for everybody. You don't have to be single to answer this. You could pretend you're single. take the parts out. So there's a show called Love at First Sight, and it's you don't see you're getting married. So you correspond with the person, but you don't know what they look like, and then you get married. And they walk them like so. If it was me, I'd be up there. I'd be waiting, and then all of a sudden the doors would open and the bride would walk in, and I would see her for the very first time. Same, vice versa. Would you guys do this? That is the question of the day. Would you? I did have to poop, and it was a quick one. I think it was like open the Bombay doors, everything fell out, and I come running back in. Tim had to call me out. That wasn't a truffle shuffle. That was a Brian truffle shuffle moment there. Oh man, getting called out. Getting called out. Took 3 seconds. Oh man. So yeah, that's the question, guys. Would you do love at first sight? Well, here's another question. I worked at Harrah's for many, many of years. Harrah's Laughlin in Nevada, and casino. I was a baker. Um, and we they did this thing. It was I wouldn't say an exchange program, but they brought people from South Korea. Had to be South Korea and Poland, and they brought in like 40 and 40. Um, and they would, it wasn't an exchange program, but they brought them in, they gave them jobs, hooked them up with a place to stay. They all had apartments at in Laughlin, hooked them up. And so, they came here, they earned their money, and then they are supposed to go back. Well, the Polish girls. They're the only ones that I knew. Like I never heard of the Korean girls doing this, but it was the Polish girls. Um, a lot of them got married to American men, and just for citizenship. Actually, one of my good friends at the time, a guy who I loved, I loved him so much I can't remember his name, but he was a good guy, smart guy, my age. We were like in our 20s, mid to late 20s. He had his head on straight. He was a supervisor of his department. Good guy, good guy. And I saw him about 2 years later. I had quit and went and did my thing. Um, and I saw him. I'm like, dude, what's up? How's it been? How's it going? I married a Polish girl. I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, man, she got me. I'm like, but and he's like, yeah, but and I thought it was real. And then as soon as that 2 year mark hit, she bounced. And I'm like, oh, there was a lot of them, a lot of chefs, a lot of cooks married, and married Poland girls. And we have a lot of new Polish American citizens because of such. American men looking elsewhere because American women know who they were. Yeah. Yeah. Negative Ghost Rider, no way. So Matt Workman wouldn't do that. So I bet you it's a beautiful day down in Topak. Yeah. With the weather and stuff. Oh, definitely. Rosie, how you doing? How you doing? I didn't even go over the list this morning, guys. of all the people that are up in here. Got a lot this morning. We had a Fight for Freedom. Chantel, good morning. Carolyn, good morning. Harley from the Mod Squad's in the house. Matt Workman. I don't know the name so nice I had to say it twice. Matt Workman. Rosie Key in the house. Tim W in the house. Chris Zucchini. What's up? Nova Mike in the house. Back to retro. John Phantom, my buddy. How you doing? I owe you an email, John. I'll email you as soon as the show's over. Mr. Crispers, good morning. Granny's growing ganja. Good morning. Back to retro. I don't know if he's still on. How was the show Back to Retro? He went to that Dallas con. Woo, really, really cool. It looks like a lot of fun, man. What else we got in here this morning? Baker's on here. Jeremy was on here. Man, a lot of people. A lot of Ed S, my buddy Ed S. Baker. Yeah, a lot of people, man. I missed you. I apologize, guys. I apologize. If I was single, I would marry a Polish chick. They were good looking. I'm not gonna lie. I was actually friends with a couple. They had a couple. They were married. They came over together, and oh, I bet Charlie. Oh man, I bet that weather. Oh, I'm jealous. I'm jealous. Um, yeah, they were good looking gals, and I was friends with one, and you know, I look back as I cross my legs here, guys. I am wearing shorts. Uh, I look back, and there was a girl. Her name was Allie, and I was in a relationship at the time. I didn't know she was Korean, and she, I guess, would flirt with me. I mean, like the language barrier was there, and I found she actually wrote me a letter. After she had moved and went on to I think they went to Toronto was their next place, and she wrote me a letter, and I found it not too long ago, and I was reading it. I was like, she was into me, and didn't have a clue. Oh, Ali from South Korea, man. Um, I don't know. The language barrier had a lot to do with it, but yeah, surprising that I guess guys are just that's a game show. How ignorant are men? That someone could be flat out flirting with them, and they're just like, huh, huh. You want some donuts? I'm making donuts over here. Oh, poor Rosie. What's wrong, Rosie? Are you on high alert? Rosie did not like the thunder last night, guys. Rosie the dog is on high alert this morning, guys. Yeah, she even slept on the couch last night. She wasn't not liking the weather at all. I was working on the yard because it was cool, and with the weather blowing in, with the rain and stuff, I went out there working on the yard, and she would not have it. Was not even coming on the porch with the thunder and the lightning. The thunder and the lightning. I'm the opposite. I think they were flirting when they're not. um, the con. How was the con? Did you end up, I was going to try to piggyback you, but I thought, man, this dude's too busy. I'm not even going to hit him up. Did you end up getting a Rosario Dawson? That's the question. Back to retro. That's the only question I had. Did you see my future restraining order? Did you see Miss Rosario Dawson in the flesh? It was good. Did not get Rosario. Oh man, she was asking about me, wasn't she? That's what, you know what? He didn't want to. We've talked about this, guys. We did not want to discuss this on the air, but he kind of puts me in a position to where I have to now. So when he was up there, he went to go get Rosario Dawson's autograph, and he went up, he got in line, he paid his money. Hey, what's up? And she looked at him, and she's like, "You know the Daily Dank, don't you?" And he's like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Man, I'm so in love with that guy. That guy is just so amazing. That guy just blows my mind. Is there any possible way, Kevin? Is there any possible way you could introduce me to the Daily Dank guy?" The spirits are getting angry. The spirits are getting angry, guys. They're like, this motherfucker is a liar, just a flat out liar. Um, and then and she's like, "Is there any possible way back to retro, please?" And he's like, "I'm sorry. He's going through some stuff. It's just not the right time for him." And she got mad and she kicked him out of the line, wouldn't sign his autograph. It's something I'm gonna have to deal with in the future, guys. Something I'm gonna have to deal with in the future. Maybe our timing might work out, Miss Rosario Dawson. I don't know. You know, I'm willing to try if you are. Rosario. Oh, restraining order. Oh, and that was your restraining order moment of the day, guys. All right. Let's get back into this, guys. I did get some anime autos, Joseph Quinn and Barley. Oh, Beverly D'Angelo. Nice, man. You know what? Shit, I didn't know she was going to be there. Actually, I might have. I have that well, she does shows all the time, so not a big deal. I have that Christmas Vacation poster that I have Chevy Chase and Randy Quaid on. And I thought, man, if I could get the rest of them, that thing would be fire. What do we got? Beverly D'Angelo, um, Johnny Galecki, and then what's her name from Yellow Jackets? Oh, you guys know what I'm talking about. Um, Mallory from Natural Born Killers. What's her name? Shit. Anyway, guys, let's get back into this. I'll think of it eventually and just yell it out randomly. All right, You're in the Picture, 1961, one of the worst game shows of all time. Some shows air a few episodes and fail, but how many air a half-hour apology after a single episode? Oh my God. You're in the Picture, hosted by Jackie Gleason. The great Jackie Gleason had a simple enough premise. Celebrity guests would stand behind a giant illustration of movie screens or song lyrics with their head sticking out of a hole. They would answer yes or no to Gleason's guesses, and the prizes were donated care packages. The execution was disastrous, and the show received almost universally negative reviews. The response was so bad that, as chronicled in 1961 Time article, for the second episode, Gleason sat in a chair on an empty stage and spent the entire program talking about how terrible the show was. At one point, bringing on one of the pitchers used to demonstrate what the show was for viewers and who missed the first episode. The show ended with Gleason admitting that he had no idea what would air in its place the following week, but promised that he would be there nonetheless. It was renamed the Jackie Gleason Show and lasted for another 2 months as typically interview style show, with Gleason ran out of his contract. So they were just trying to get Gleason to do something for the last couple of years of last couple of months of his contract. Wow, could you imagine a show so bad that the guy comes out and tells you what a bad show it is? All right, 79 through 80. You know these are bad when they only lasted one season. This is a show called Three's a Crowd. Created by Chuck Barris. Three's a Crowd. Let the viewer know right away what to expect in its tagline. Who knows better, his wife or his secretary? Oh my God. The show seemed designed specifically to ruin marriages. The husband asked 3 questions about his wife or his secretary. The wife and secretary were brought out after each given the chance to answer the same question, and whoever's answered matched the husband won closely to $1,000 prize. The backlash against the show was severe. That Barris, in his autobiography, The Game Show King, um, every single one of his shows was canceled in its aftermath, including the Gong Show, the Dating Game, and the Newlywed Game. Barris left the television world after this failure and wrote his autobiography, Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, which was later turned into a film by a screenwriter Charlie Kaufman, and directed by George Clooney and Sam Rockwell. Yeah, I believe Brad Pitt, excuse me, is in that as well. So yeah, man, this game show. Yeah. What do you guys think of that? I sound like the guy from Office Space. Yeah, that would be great if you would just. So I've been on this game show, guys. This game show was called My Marriage from 2000 2000 to 2000 whatever it was. That was that was my marriage. I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and if the girl you work with answers them more correctly, you're divorced. That was basically. Hey, Lonnie. Good morning. Juliet Lewis. Yes, yes. Yeah, that was my marriage many years ago, guys. I've told the story on here before about my bank account. I went through a credit union and they were way cool. They would remember your account when you walked in. They'd be like, Brian, blah, 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 blah. I couldn't even remember my account number. That's probably why I didn't work at a bank. And so one time I go in, there was a new girl in town. And she was young. She was like 20, maybe. I was 27. Whatever. I guess that's not that young. I had no interest in the girl. I was married. I had a small child. I might have had two small childs at that time. I had no interest in this chick, none whatsoever. So I go in, deposit my check, do whatever, and I can't remember my bank account number. And she doesn't know it because she's new. And she's like, "Hey, I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to write it down on a card." She grabs her business card. She writes my bank account number on the back. I stick it in my wallet, never to think of it again. About 3 weeks later go by. I'm come home, or I'm coming out of the bathroom. I'm doing something, and ex-wife is standing there with my wallet in her hand and the card in the other hand. And she's like, "Do you want to explain this? You have a woman's phone number in your wallet, and why?" I'm like, before I could even get out the answer, she's like, "No, I called it. A woman answered. You're busted." So I just kind of look up. I'm like, that's our bank account number, right? I said, "I can't. I didn't remember it." So the lady at the bank wrote it down for me, and I guess it happened to be on her card. And our bank account number just happened to be a phone number. And I never did get an apology for that, guys. But that was my um, worst game show of all time. Um, Three's a Crowd. That was my life. All right, The Biggest Loser. This was a huge show, still going on, guys. This is the game show where contestants lose weight and compete against each other. They have personal trainers, whole bunch of stuff going on there, guys. The Biggest Loser takes the desire to be healthy and turns it into a grueling experience where extreme dieting is combined with heavy exercise, in order to maximize the amount of weight loss for each contestant. Rather than lose 1 or 2 pounds a week as recommended by doctors, contestants would typically lose up to 10 pounds a week after some dropping even more in their first weigh in. While health is superficially the reason why contestants are on the show, some of the competition to be extreme in order to win. According to the New York Post, first winner Ryan Benson became so malnourished to lose weight that he started urinating blood and eventually gained back every pound that he lost. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that, man. When you lose weight really fast, it's super easy to put right back on, man. Super easy. Um, when a study was done on one of the seasons by the National Institution of Health and reported by the New York Times, it turned out that most of the contestants had gained back all the weight that they had lost. That's sad. Um, and that their metabolism has slowed, causing some to gain even more weight. Because of the stress placed on their bodies, they struggled to keep off any weight off, and had to exercise harder than those at a similar weight just to maintain their size. One contestant in an interview with Jezebel report that evil Jezebel revealed that she developed an eating disorder after being on the show. Yeah, man, a lot of people don't realize that there's a guy we had him on the show, matter of fact, Randy Santel, competitive eater, great guy, was on our Christmas show, came in, we did what is that, a eating contest with him, whole bunch of stuff. Good guy, but he went on a like an 8 or 9 week body extreme makeover where he lost like 90 pounds or something ridiculous during that week. or during that like that time frame. And really weird. He gained. Well, I can't say officially, but it looks like he gained most of it back. And that's yeah, man. When you're trying to lose weight, man, slow and steady wins the race. That's the weight that stays off. I lost 150 pounds. I kind of know a little bit what I'm talking about, just a little, not too much. I'm not going to sit here and be an expert, but yeah. Um, Empty calories, man. That's the trick to everything. Empty calories. Just don't do it. If it's not nutrition base, then don't put it in your body, man. I mean, unless you like, as I'm sitting here drinking Gatorade Zero. Better than Coke, which I've gotten back into, which I need to get off of, man. You know, burning my nose. Oh, different kind of Coke. All right, guys. On your way to Weedles. Nice, Lonnie. Nice, nice. Are you doing a shopping trip? All right, let's get back into this, guys. Here we go. Wrap this up here. I want to marry Harry. This we talked about this before. This was a reality show that had a fake Prince Harry. Had a fake Prince Harry. And people competed to marry him, not knowing he was the fake Prince Harry. Um, yeah, horrible show. Do you trust your wife? Oh, this had to be in the 50s. Yeah, 56 or 57. Do You Trust Your Wife is a game show that operated under the premise that women know less than men. So seeing whether she can answer a question is the perfect setup for a game of Risk. The show was initially hosted by ventriloquist Edgar Bergen. You guys remember him from Charlie McCarthy. Charlie. And his most famous creation, the puppet Charlie McCarthy. Charlie. Each episode would start with an interview with a couple before launching into the game prop. General knowledge of the question would be proposed, and the husband could either answer the question himself or trust his wife to answer correctly. Mercifully, the show ditched the ventriloquist act when it came back in 58 and added Johnny Carson as the host. The title was also changed to the least sexiest or less sexiest Who Do You Trust, by the format remained the same. A woman's knowledge is still being seen as less than a man. Oh, horrible. Horrible. Do you trust your wife? Yeah, that could have led to a few fights there. The Chamber, 2002, Fox. Controversial and immediately upon airing, Fox's The Chamber literally placed contestants in a torture chamber where they were to undergo a series of, oh my God, deprivations while being asked questions. The goal was not to only see who could answer the most questions correctly, but who could also endure the worst conditions for the longest amount of time. A player could volunteer to stop the chamber or could go as far as they were able to handle it. As long as their stress stayed below a danger zone, the game would also end in the contestant losing consciousness. Damn! A straight up torture game. How much can you take? We're going to waterboard this guy now. All right, guys. Let's see here. Queen for a Day. 1954 to 1964. This was on my list, actually, on my show prep back to retro review. The oldest show on this list is the only one that started on radio. Queen for a Day took a superficially sweet premise, giving the less fortunate what they desperately need, and turned it into a competition among contestants to see who had the worst life. Many contestants needed medical care or help paying their bills and would end up crying. This would be followed by the audience picking the winner on its applause meter. Oh, could you imagine? My kid's in the hospital with a kidney disease. He might die. I'm 3 months behind on my rent. And my husband left me for that damn Joey McGillicuddy down the street. Does she deserve it, guys? Let's ring up the applause-o-meter. Boo, and she doesn't get shit. The worst person story. The louder the applause, the winner would be given a robe and a crown, sat on a throne, and given roses while pomp and circumstances played. All contestants received a prize, but the winner would get the help they requested along with other prizes donated by sponsors. Queen for a Day remains an outstanding example of TV cashing in on the misery of others. All right, guys, this one I don't remember, but I wish I did. This is called Hurl, 2008. The game show equivalent of Jackass, Hurl combined the sport competition eating with the fun of intense carnival rides. Oh my God. On Hurl, throwing up was encouraged. The winner of the was the contestant who made it to the end of the show without vomiting, with the prize being a measly $1,000. According to LA Weekly Review, the show was clear about what it did and did not qualify as vomiting. If a contestant threw up in their mouth, but it did nothing came out, it didn't count. Oh, or they could stay in the game. There was also multiple rounds. Contestants would eat, perform an activity, and if they didn't throw up, they would eat again. It went on for 3 rounds, and the winner was allowed to throw up after receiving the cash prize, which was obviously be shown on the air. Oh, this was a G4 show? Yeah, it had to be. Oh my God. Oh, Hurl. What a great idea for a game. All right, guys, up next we got Who's Your Daddy? Who's Your Daddy? A concept that would be given even Maury Povich pause. Fox's Who's Your Daddy put an adopted adult in a room full of 8 men. The contestant then had to figure out which of the 8 strangers was their biological father. Oh my fucking God. If they guess correctly, I'm guessing there was only one of these because they keep saying she. She won $100,000, but in a cruel twist, if she picked the wrong man, then he got the money instead. 6 episodes were filmed with 6 different women seeking their fathers, but only one 90-minute episode failed. We need to watch this. We need to watch this bad. The show was controversial immediately upon release, with adoption agencies and parents calling the network demanding it to be pulled off the air. According to Today, at least one network affiliate removed it from the schedule, though executive producer Kevin Healy and Scott Hellick, in an interview with the Sydney Morning Herald, maintained that the show had its heart in the right place, even by reality TV standards. So, what do you guys think of that one? Who's your daddy? Oh my God. Oh, I wish I had some cash. I would have you give me some gummies. Oh, yeah. I don't know when I'm coming up, Chantal. I would tell you I'd grab you some, but I might not be up before Thursday. If I'll grab you some if I do come up before Thursday. Um, yeah. So, what do you guys think of that? Who's your daddy game show? Oh, but it's so delicious. It says, oh, I did get some anime. Oh man, you guys would be freaking. You guys are awesome, man. I love these comments. I love how interactive you guys. I love all the people on here in the morning. Oh, it's a great show, man. You guys tickled my fancy. Guys, I'm getting blown up on the text message. That can't be good. That can't be good, guys. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm already getting blown up on texts. What's going on? Maybe it's just the healing center telling me to come take advantage of these awesome deals. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Appreciate it. I was going to play remote control, but my couldn't get it to link up. Hopefully, we will be doing that very, very soon. 8-bit game show, guys. All right, I will be out and about today. I don't know what that means to any of you guys, but I'll be out and about today. All right, join us at 4:20, guys. It's Movie Madness, Movie 20, or movie. It's Movie Monday. What the? It's 4:20, Movie Madness. I don't fucking know. I'm tired, guys. Um, I'm sore, man. That concert. I'm gonna show you. I'll be dropping it off the beaten path from the show that I recorded, guys. We got a lot of fun stuff. Join us for the 4:20 show, Movie Monday. All right, I'll see you guys. Get in on these giveaways, guys. Man, make sure you don't miss out. All right, guys. Oh, a little off my game. I'm a little off. I'm not gonna lie, guys. A little slow. Oh, that camera's a heavy son of a gun. All right, and it's muggy, man. It's really muggy today. All right. All right. All right, man. I will see you. Chris Zucchini, you rock. All right, man. Appreciate you guys. Have a great day. Inhale the positivity, exhale the negativity, guys. Pay it forward. Hold that door open. Be nice. Halloween. Don't forget the Halloween giveaway, guys. It's going down. The first one is July 1st. I'm getting I Scout Compton. That's her name. Scout Compton. I even looked it up. Scout Compton and Daniela Harris. Those are the first two going on here, guys. And then it's going to get loaded up October or September. Huge giveaway, guys. All right. We'll see you.
Thank you for joining us on the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. Broadcasting worldwide and brought to you by thedailydank.com. Check out our merchandise and amazing content. And follow us on all our social media. Now, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
See you guys.